Hey, Mike. I'm just kind of curious as to where you come out of this back-to-back feeling. Obviously, you guys get 3 out of 4 points, but both games you guys got outshot and didn't really control the game. So, what's your evaluation of where you guys stand now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think like we have to continue to focus on trying to build our game, and that's not sort of the game that we want to be playing, where we're spending that much time in our own zone. We don't want to be a team that's getting outshot, outchanced. We also came into this trip with an understanding that we were going to have to battle and we were going to have to scratch and claw in order to get points, in order to get wins. You're missing the guys that we have out of the lineup right now. And so these are not easy games. This game tonight, the circumstances of getting in last night didn't get to my hotel room. Our players didn't get to their hotel rooms till after 4:30 in the morning, and back-to-back games against a team that was, in their own beds at home last night watching us play. So I tonight I'm going to definitely focus on the positives. Definitely saw some tired mistakes out there. When you're tired, sometimes the execution isn't quite there. Sometimes your pace isn't quite there. But I thought that the will and the compete was there all night. So we just have to continue to scratch and claw, get points, get guys back in the lineup, and continue to build our game.
Follow up, Charlie.
Yeah, I guess, obviously you guys get this point. What were your thoughts on the play of Felix Sandstrom? It seemed like he was a big reason why you guys got that point in the first place.
100%. Yeah, I thought he was outstanding. He looked calm and he looked confident in the net. That's what we had seen from him in practice. That's sort of his demeanor. That's my impression of him as a coach. Watching him is that, and that's what you like in a goalie is that he doesn't get rattled. Even when. That when they had their push and they had that moment, they get those 2 quick goals in the second period. I thought that he really gave us a chance to stabilize at the end of the second period, made some huge saves, gave our group a chance to kind of come in, collect ourselves, and sort of, the emotion is important, but you always got to make sure it's focused in the right direction. I thought that we kind of lost it for a little bit. We bent a little bit. We didn't break, but he was, I think, the biggest reason why he gave us that opportunity to collect ourselves there.
Gianna Hahn, you're on with Coach. Go ahead.
Hi, Mike. Going back to that 5-on-3 and just the power plays in general, what do you think seemed off compared to past games where it finally seemed like things were clicking?
Yeah, you know what? Like Gianna, obviously, it wasn't a great night, but I'm going to focus on the positives. It's, for me, it was disappointing not to get one on the 5-on-3 there, but I also look at it that quite often you just lose those games because you're so frustrated, you're so disappointed. And so for me, I'd really like to prefer, to focus on the fact that we continue to stay with it. We had some huge kills. Our penalty kill was massive tonight. The power play obviously didn't get us a goal, but to continue to play the right way, do the right things, get the kills we needed, defend the way that we needed, and then find a way to get that point. For me, that's the bigger thing here. Our power play has given us a lot of goals lately. It's given us a lot of momentum. Tonight it was off, but also I think the way that we responded to that being off, it didn't take away from the rest of our game.
We'll do 2 more questions. Jordan Hall, you're on with Coach. Go ahead.
Hey, Mike, just wondering, what did you see on that shorthanded goal against? It seemed like the puck took a pretty wacky bounce off the side glass.
Yeah, it did. For sure. It hit, I don't know if it hit the camera or the stanchion. I'm not sure, but it certainly took a bad bounce there. Obviously they come down, it's a 50-50 puck, and I think we kind of gamble on a little bit. But stuff happens in the game. Obviously you have to be able to react to it. Obviously that's not something we want to give up. I think that, I don't want to say the tougher thing, but then obviously you've got to stabilize things after that. And then we give up one very quickly right after, not quite a shorthanded, but almost immediately as soon as the guy comes out of the box. So you always have an opportunity to come back out and get that goal back and get the momentum back. We didn't do that. But again, for me, I just certainly don't want to celebrate the fact that we lost a game in overtime here tonight. But I think that given the circumstance that we had and seeing the effort that the guys put in tonight, we'll take the point and we'll look to get better for the next one.
Last question, Olivia Reiner. You're on with Coach. Go ahead.
Hi, Mike. Before the game, the team announced that Sean Couturier is headed to injured reserve. Just wanted to kind of get an update on him. And then also from your perspective, how do you approach, well, these past 2 games, but also going forward and trying to compensate for him not being in the lineup and also being kind of stretched a little thin at center?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, I think you can see that the fact that we miss Coots in the lineup. I mean, he's such an important part to our group, whether it's the way he defends, the way he plays against top players. You know, you look at some of these shifts that we have in our defensive zone that are sort of extended shifts where we're giving up shots. He's a guy that wins those faceoffs. He's a guy, you know, also that the way that he plays in the defensive zone allows you to kill plays quickly, get out of your zone quickly. So, you know, we don't have him. It's going to be a big loss for us. But again, I think that the fact that there might not be some parts of your game that look quite as nice doesn't mean that that's an opportunity for us to make an excuse or to break in those situations. We can bend a little bit certain times. You can't break, and guys have to step up. That's all we can ask right now. And guys are doing that. They're battling hard. We have to find a way to be better, and that's going to be our mindset going into LA.